Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Hey, if you are a real estate professional, there are two types of emails you need to be sending out. We actually have a full webinar about this, which I'm going to link to right here. But if you don't know those two types, I'm going to spoil it for you. The first type is direct emails. So you're going to send it right to your client. Hey, this is what's going on. Hey, can you meet me here? Hey, I need this thing signed. Direct emails. The second thing you need to be sending out is your weekly, monthly newsletter to keep you top of mind with all your leads, all your contacts, so that when they need to make a real estate move, they know who to call. Or if they hear any friend or family who needs to make a real estate move, they know, oh yeah, I got that email from my friend, the real estate agent. That's who I should tell them to talk to. And if you're doing that, the easiest way to do that is through Mailchimp. Sync dotloop to Mailchimp. You can automatically create newsletters full of all your contacts from dotloop. It's so easy. Let me show you how. You're just gonna go into dotloop. You can see all of these contacts you have. They have email addresses. And you should just sync them into a audience in Mailchimp so you can just start firing off your weekly or monthly emails. So to do that, we're just gonna go to dotloop.com/integrations. And there you can read all about the different apps and integrations that dotloop has. We wanna go to the directory, so we're gonna click Browse Directory. And we are just looking for marketing automations and more. And that is where the Mailchimp sync lives. So we're gonna click Activate. Great, and that takes you to API Nation, where you have two different automations you can set up for dotloop to Mailchimp. Let's set up both of them. And setting up integrations at API Nations is so easy. We're just gonna click on both of these, open them up. I'm actually gonna hold Control and click on it so it'll open in a new window. And to set up this first one, dotloop people to Mailchimp subscribers, we're just gonna connect dotloop. It's asking, is it okay if dotloop uses API Nation to send your data across to Mailchimp? Great, let's do it, approve. Great, so that was it. Connect dotloop, now let's connect Mailchimp. So we're just gonna click that, and now it's asking for your API key and the name of this sync. So we're just gonna hop over to your Mailchimp. And Mailchimp is actually free for up to 2,000 contacts. So if you're thinking about getting into the newsletter game, getting it started, it's not a bad idea to hop into Mailchimp, start your account, and then you can just sync all these accounts. Hop into Mailchimp, start your Mailchimp account, and then you can just sync all your dotloop contacts into Mailchimp and start firing off those newsletters. So here is Mailchimp. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go to Account. And then in Account, there's an option for extras. You might think you wanna go to integrations, but actually we need the API key that's on extras. So there we go. And if none of the API keys are listed, you can just click Create a Key and use that. So I'm just gonna click on there, it highlights everything. I'll hit Control C or Command C, and then I'm gonna go back to API Nation. I'm gonna hit Control V or Command V on a Mac. There it is, the API key is now pasted in there, and I'm gonna name this after my company. Let's say my company is Broker Co. Great, and connect. So that's it, we've signed into dotloop, we've gotten our API key from Mailchimp. This is the last part. It's saying whenever a person is added or changed in dotloop, it'll get synced right over to your Mailchimp audience, and you can sync it to a specific mailing list. So these are the three mailing lists we currently have on our Mailchimp account, but you can go back into Mailchimp and add an audience here. I'm gonna go ahead and sync this to new sellers and click Save. Great. And then you just map over first name, last name, email. I actually want the mobile phone actually sync to phone number, so I'm gonna do that. And address sync to address. And I'll hit Save. And that's it. We can go back up here, click Start on this workflow, and you can see the logos light up. It's now syncing dotloop people over to Mailchimp every 10 minutes. So anytime a person is updated or added to dotloop, they'll also get added or updated in Mailchimp. Let's go back to that other sync. This is dotloop participants to Mailchimp subscribers. So let's set that one up too. Same thing, connect dotloop. And actually, because we've already connected dotloop to our API Nation account, and we've already connected Mailchimp to our API Nation account, it uses both those connections. Now we're just gonna select the participant. So if you have multiple profiles on that dotloop account, you can choose which one you want here. I want the default, save. And then again, you can choose your mailing list. This time I'm actually gonna send it to the developer list and then map things over. And you can see on my Mailchimp, in that audience, I've created a lot more fields to track some stuff. So you could actually beforehand go into Mailchimp and create new columns so that you can sync over things like agent name, agent email, or any of the other stuff that is in dotloop, so that it syncs over exactly as it looks in dotloop. This looks good, save this, and then same thing, we're just gonna hit start. These logos will light up, and every 15 minutes for this one, all our dotloop participants, so anybody who is listed in a loop, will get synced over to Mailchimp. This time it's going to a developers list. That way you can keep it nice and separate, and you can send out a different newsletter to each audience. And that's it. You can now go into Mailchimp and you'll start to see your audience grow. And anytime somebody's added to dotloop, your newsletter will grow, which is great. Email newsletters are becoming huge. It's your own platform. Nobody can take email away from you. There's no algorithm or pay to play ad situation. It's just people who've trusted you with their email address so that you can keep them updated on what you are doing as a real estate agent in their area. We hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about the dotloop to Mailchimp sync, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.